you start to notice that because you're eating healthier, your skin is clearer. Because you're drinking more water, you have a better metabolism or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you're making active changes, changes are actively happening. So go ahead and read our book, Proverbs, today. It's called Wisdom's Worth. My son, if you accept my words and store up my commands within you, listening closely to wisdom and directing your heart to understanding, furthermore, if you call out to insight and lift your voice to understanding, if you seek it like silver and search for it like hidden treasure, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and discover the knowledge of God. For the Lord gives wisdom, from his mouth come knowledge and understanding. He stores up success for the upright. He is a shield for those who live with integrity, so that he may guard the paths of justice and protect the way for his faithful followers. And then you will understand the righteousness, justice, and integrity, every good path. For wisdom will enter your heart, and knowledge will delight you. Discretion will watch over you, and understanding will guard you. It will rescue you from the way of evil, from anyone who says perverse things, from those who abandon the right paths, who walk in ways of darkness, from those who enjoy doing evil and celebrate perversion, whose paths are crooked and those ways are devious. It will rescue you from a forbidden woman, from a wayward woman with flattering talk, who abandons the companion of her youth and forgets the covenant of her God. For her house sinks down to death, and her ways to the land of the departed spirits. None return who go to her. None reach the path of life. So follow the way of good and keep the path of righteousness, for the upright will inhabit the land, and those of integrity will remain in it. But the wicked will be cut off from the land, and the treacherous ripped out of it. So that's actually, with reading those words, that actually confirms what wisdom is. You make better decisions. When you are actively seeking better, you're making choices to do better. You're making choices to have better understanding and to have more insight, and to know that you're growing in your faith. You're growing in your walk. You're growing in your heart space. You're allowing God to change you because you want to. Remember, we're saying that we're using Proverbs for us to be humbled. So a lot of key points that was highlighted here is integrity. Then we have righteousness. So those words that stand out, and then it's saying it's going to separate you from perverse things. So if you just hearing those words that was just written, reading the words that was written and you hearing them out loud, it's giving you key points to stand with righteousness, walk with integrity, and release yourself from perverse things. If we were actively doing that, we would gain better wisdom and understanding. We would gain better knowledge, right? So it's written here to stay away from certain things so you can grow in your character. It's just beautifully laid out right there for you, right in front of you. All we had to do was read it. That's it. So now I have a beautiful story here that's called The Fear of the Lord, and it's based on Proverbs 1 and 2 and Hebrews 12, 1 and 2. Now, remember, we read these beautiful stories because they help us relate to what is actually being presented in the Bible. We have the beautiful God's words, and then we have words that were written by someone because they are experiencing what is going on in this particular moment with God. As a kid, I would sit next to my mom in church with my legs swinging from the pew. Some of us can remember doing that. I sometimes needed to rest my eyes, and fortunately for me, this was a wonderful era when my mom wore shoulder pads. All that cushion right there, seriously. As I observed the peaceful look on my mom's face every week during worship, I formed my first understanding of what it looked like to love the Lord. You can imagine my confusion when one Sunday evening the preacher read this from the pulpit. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and discipline. Pardon me. Did the Bible just say God wants me to be scared of him the way I'm scared of spiders in my bed? My mom's face never showed any signs of that